What turns Leo off in a relationship? Have you ever wondered why someone who seems so radiant, outgoing and warm can suddenly close up like a box with a secret mechanism? What is it that makes a Leo, yes, that generous, passionate king of the jungle, lose their spark even just for a moment? I am Vasilios Takos, and today I will lovingly and honestly share with you what turns Leo off in a relationship, not to change them but to understand them. A Leo is born with their heart exposed to the sun. When they love, they shine. When they believe, they burn with passion. But if they feel unseen, and I don't mean superficially attention, I mean that deep gaze that truly recognize them, they slowly begin to retreat, like a cat caught in the rain. What repels them is indifference, the lack of affirmation for their presence and feelings, not out of vanity, but because they need to feel they matter, that they make a difference. It's a bit like a child who proudly draws a picture and just needs to hear, "That's beautiful what you made." And you know what else? Leo, even though they may appear fearless, isn't it built for harsh words? On the contrary, they carry an inner sensitivity that many overlook. When the environment becomes cold, sarcastic or distant, they feel like strangers in their own den. It's hard for them to bloom in soul that lacks tenderness and understanding. They want to be heard, not corrected, to be felt, not analyzed, and above all, to be allowed to give. You see, in every relationship, Leo needs to care for the other in their own way. They might make you coffee with ritualistic flair or offer a gift they've thought of weeks in advance. If you don't allow them to give, to shine in their own way, they start to feel useless, even unnecessary. And if they lose their role, even for a moment, they might withdraw quietly, not with drama, but with that kind of silence that speaks volumes. What turns Leo off in a relationship? Maybe it's not something wildly complicated. It's the lack of emotional closeness, the cold gaze that doesn't truly see them, the tone of voice that forgets to caress, the gestures that leave no space for warmth. Small actions with great impact because deep down, Leo longs for intimacy, recognition, and the right to remain both radiant and vulnerable at the same time. And now think, when was the last time you acknowledged someone's light? Or if you are the Leo, when was the last time you were allowed to shine with all your heart? If something in this spoke to you, write it down, share a thought, an experience, or even just a moment that changed how you felt. Because somewhere in those details, the most genuine relationships are born. Did you relate to what I said about Leo? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear everything about you.